how low do your ratings have to get before you start understanding, bro, what we're doing is not right?
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Featherstone here, Sportskeeda. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right into it. We have the bro of bros, Matt Riddle. Move over. This person was the original bro before you even stepped on the plate, on the field. This person is your inspiration. Without further ado, the original bro himself, Vince Russo. How are you tonight, sir?
Bro, I gotta be honest with you. I can't take credit for being the original bro. Because
who's the original bro?
Bro, if we go back to 1999, I had the privilege of working with one Diamond Dallas Page.
I just had him on my show a few weeks ago.
Bro, Page was broing long before I was broing. So, like I always say, I mean, Page has outbroed me. Bro, with me, like, I don't know. I just picked it up out of habit after many, many, many years. But Page is the original bro in my book.
He's the original bro. I will take that. I've had Dallas on my show twice, and I've talked to him outside of being on my show, and he's broed it up quite a bit. So yes. I will agree with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And I will take a back seat to Page any day.
Absolutely. All right, so let's jump right into it. We already have Gary saying bro. We've got Karen Jeet saying bro. Read you saying hi, Vince. All right. Oh, okay. Let's jump right into it. David is asking, has Vice talked to you about doing an episode of Dark Side of the Ring about you and Cornette? Now, I'm sure I'd imagine David did see the Dark Side where you and Cornette were both featured on a Dark Side episode, and y'all were not talking to each other, but y'all were referencing each other. But have y'all done has there been a Dark Side on that?
I got to be honest with you. I had a conversation with Dark Side, and I'm going to tell you the suggestion that I made to Dark Side, because let me tell you something. There are a lot of downright liars who were interviewed. Liars. I mean, just flat out lies. And some guys in the wrestling business have actually believe their own lies for years and years. So like their lies has become their truth. So I told Dark Side, I said, you know what? Don't call me to do any more shows, because I'm not going to do he said, she said with a bunch of guys that are not telling the truth. So I said, how about we do this? When you have somebody on the show and you interview them, hook them up to a lie detector test. Right there. Hook us all up to a lie detector test. Let's see who's telling the truth, and let's see who's full of shit. I said, because there's no point in me doing any more of these shows and going on there and telling the truth when you literally have guys on there that are just lying. So the producer of Dark Side actually brought this up to Conrad Thompson, because remember, Conrad co-hosts Eric's show and Bruce's show. And when he brought that up, he said to Conrad, Vince suggested we hook everybody up to a lie detector test. Conrad laughed right in his face and said those guys would never do that. Well, why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, why? If they're telling the truth and I'm the liar, then they should have no problem. Like I said, man, I will gladly hook myself up to a lie detector test. I am not going to go on a show with Cornette. He said, she said, when at the end of the day, the guy's full of shit. It's a waste of my time. For years and years and years, I have told Cornette, bro, let's have a one-on-one. You have something to say to me, say it to my face. You want to debate me, then let's debate. And I've even suggested all the money goes to charity. All the money goes to Cauliflower Alley. I don't want a dime. But if you have something to say to me, then say it to my face. And he refuses.
Wow.
to have a conversation directly with me, as does Eric Bischoff, by the way, as does Bruce Pritchard the last time I invited Bruce on my show.
Interestingly enough, I've interviewed all three of them except for Cornette. I've never talked to Cornette. I'm a PG guy, and he's way off the handle as far as his usage of profanity. Yeah. And it's funny when you said that. I'm going to be a doctor in forensic psychology in a few weeks, so I'll be glad to interview both of you to make sure that.
Bro, I'm fine with that. I mean, I am fine with that. But like I said, I mean, there is no point to me getting into a he said, she said when he refuses to do anything face to face with me. Like I said, I've offered to be hooked up. You want to hook me up, bro? No problem. You come to my house, you hook me up. I will always tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So unless that happens, I'm not going to waste my time.
Makes sense. Riju, one of our Sportskeeda lead guys, with the Undertaker's retirement, do you have any fun stories about him? That's a good question.
Wow, bro. My memories of Taker, like, they're not fun stories. You know, I mean, Taker, like, when it came to business, was not really that guy. Mm-hmm. But man, I could tell you, bro, the respect I had for him as an athlete and seeing firsthand the pain this man was in before his match and after the match. And when he went through that curtain, you would never, ever know it. I saw Taker come back through that curtain and absolutely collapse on the floor. I mean, the back pain, the trauma he was going to. And the next night when we had a Raw, he'd go out that curtain and you would never know. But when he came back, he literally would just collapse. And man, that just told me everything I ever needed to know about that guy.
Yeah, that's good. Rohit is asking, have you watched any of the empty arena wrestling shows since the pandemic? If yes, do you see anything different from usual?
Well, I mean, honestly, bro, before the pandemic, I didn't think wrestling could get any worse, but with no fans, it has. So, yes, I've seen something different. It has gotten even worse, which I thought was impossible.
And the numbers show for it over this time too. I mean, record low numbers over the. I mean, there's some ups and downs, but just bad raw numbers over the past few months. So it's been quite bad, unfortunately. There's let's see. Smitty's asking, what male and female superstars do you feel deserve a push?
Well, let's see. Who am I a big fan of these days? I mean, I like a lot of the talent. They just don't have a clue of what to do with the talent. It's not on the talent. I mean, I love Drew McIntyre. They've done nothing with him as a champion. Absolutely nothing. Bro,
real quick on Drew. I got a question for you. Now, with your expertise, wouldn't it make sense that the heel would be a champ during this time, because the more of an intrigue would be the chase, the babyface chasing? To me, it doesn't make sense for a babyface to be champ at this time with little to no fans, because there's no intrigue in the chase. What are your thoughts on that? Am I way off on that?
That's a good point, but the problem is, bro, that they didn't plan on the pandemic. So they're just going according to plan, and they're not making those alterations, which they very well could make. So I agree with you and I hear you, but bro, I've got to be honest with you. Pandemic, fans, no fans. This has to be the worst booking of a champion I've ever seen. And bro, Drew McIntyre could be a movie star.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is a guy that has all the tools.
100%.
They've done nothing. Absolutely nothing. Bro, how you can fail a Bray Wyatt, a Fiend, a Mr. Rogers, how you could fail all three of those characters, bro, you either got to be really bad or you have to be doing it purposely. Yeah. I wish I would have gotten to work with a talent like Bray Wyatt. I wish I would give anything to work with a guy like that. I think, he has been injury prone. I think Elias could have been huge. He's got the look. He's got the star quality. Bro, even Corbin. I mean, where does the WWE have him in 2020 wearing a ridiculous cape and a crown? He could be a legit heel. There's a lot of great talent on that roster. They're just not using a lot of people the right way.
Yeah, that King gimmick pigeonholes him really bad.
Really bad.
Yeah. Let's see. Appalachia says, "Hi, sir. Do you have any crazy unheard Vince McMahon backstage stories from the Attitude Era for us?"
I don't know what you'd categorize as crazy. Vince was just a strange dude, bro. Like, he really was. I mean, to me, the strangest thing about him, and it's really no secret, but bro, it's just that sophomoric humor, loving duty jokes and, and pissing and throwing piss in people's faces and farting. Like that aspect of him like blew me away. It was so childlike and so juvenile that unless you were around him and you saw it with your own two eyes, like you wouldn't have believed that guy was capable of being that way. But my gosh, bro, he had a very, very juvenile, sophomoric sense of humor. I mean, bro, the whole Kiss My Ass Club, like all that kind of stuff. It just, I never understood that, bro. Do
you have any clue where that came from?
I have no clue, bro. I have no clue.
It's probably a backstage joke that just came out to the TV.
Probably. I mean, it sounds like it's got Bruce Pritchard's name all over it. I don't know that, but it sounds that way. But it's just stuff like that like I don't get it, bro.
Yeah. What's your take on the speaking out movement in wrestling? Karen Jeet says,
bro. You know what? Like, to me, like, bro, either you're guilty or you're not guilty. Okay. If you're guilty of something and you know you're guilty and you feel it's something you need to apologize for, then apologize for it. Bro, we are adults. If I do something wrong, if I make a mistake, I know as a man when I need to apologize, and I have no problem with apologizing. No problem at all. But on the other side of the coin, if you feel you don't need to apologize for something, then don't apologize for it, because I think you make it really bad for the rest of us out here. Like, I'll give you a perfect example that I couldn't understand. The Dave Lagana situation. Here's a guy saying, I'm not guilty as charged. I didn't do what I was accused of, but you're resigning from your job?
Yeah.
Why? Bro, it can't be both. You're either resigning because you know you're guilty of something, or you're not resigning and you're going to stand up for yourself.
That's true.
So, bro, like, listen, I have no problem with the speaking out movement, bro. I've got no skeletons in my closet. I didn't do anything I shouldn't have done. But I mean, like I said, bro, if you did something that you feel you need to apologize for, apologize. But if you don't think you should, then don't. I mean, the last thing I would be doing is resigning from a job if I'm pleading my innocence. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Along those same lines, Chikara, Mike Quackenbush, he shut the whole thing down. Chikara is one of the longest standing indie promotions in all of pro wrestling, and he shut the whole thing down. There was an exodus of wrestlers quitting because they said, just in good faith and just peace of mind, they got to go because they don't want to be under that. And so he just shut the whole thing down. So along what you're saying, if there was no guilt, there would be a reason to shut down, right? So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, bro, if you screw up, and we all screw up, bro. Nobody is perfect. You man up, and I apologize.
That's
but
right.
if I'm pleading, no, I didn't do that, I didn't say that, I'm not gonna apologize for it.
Yeah, indeed. Bruce is asking, what was the real reason WCW folded?
Bro, listen, I again, people can believe whatever they want. If people think that they folded because of a writer, I mean, bro, I just got to be honest with you. That's just ignorance. Bro, I saw an immediate change when the merger happened with Time Warner and AOL. I saw it. I was there. Bro, the people from the AOL side did not want to be in the wrestling business. I saw it. I was there. And at the end of the day, that was a business decision they made to get out of the wrestling business. It was business. I mean, bro, I could sit here and tell you, oh, bro, it was all those overpaid wrestlers that were getting, huge salary. I could tell you all that stuff. No, bro, it was business. Time Warner, AOL merged. There was a decision to get out of wrestling, so they got out of wrestling. Bro, that was levels and levels and levels above anything that was going on at WCW. Anything. That was not on our level. That was at many levels above us.
Yeah. Yep. Steve is asking, I was watching memorable WCW Bachelor Beach, and you had a lot to say. And with it being 20 years since that promo, are you still on good terms with Hogan?
Well, bro, I work with Hogan at TNA, and I think everything was fine with me and Hulk at TNA. Bro, I honestly believe this. I honestly believe I would have had a great relationship with Hulk Hogan if it wasn't for Eric Bischoff. I honestly believe that, because the one-on-one time I got to spend with Hogan was great. The phone calls I got to have with Hogan one-on-one were great. But when you've got an Eric Bischoff there poisoning this guy's mind about Vince Russo, it's never going to be a healthy relationship. Him and I never had an issue at TNA when we had, like I said, one-on-one personal conversations. It was cool. But, bro, the minute it was Eric and Hulk and Vince, that's when there were problems.
Very interesting. JR is asking, do you feel like AEW is a WCW reboot or have a legitimate chance to make some noise?
Bro, I don't consider it a WCW reboot at all. I do not think they have a legitimate chance to make any noise if they're just going to cater to hardcore fans. Bro, they are catering to an audience they already have. Those people are going to watch AEW regardless. You've got to expand your audience. Bro, people don't understand. That's why the Attitude Era was successful. We knew we had to get casual wrestling fans, casual television viewers. We had to go outside of the scope of wrestling because our mentality was the wrestling fans are already watching the show.
I've used a line in my show. I've had my show for over 8 years now, and I've used a line that you said that you've been on my show twice. There's no need to play to the house, right? Because they will already be there. So there's no need to play to the house. You play to the casuals, and that's how you get the ratings.
And that's what we did. But bro, I've watched every AEW episode because I review it on Russo's brand with Just Incredible. I've watched every episode. Bro, they're catering to an audience they already have. And then they're going to sit there and wonder why their numbers aren't going up. Bro, how are your numbers going to go up if you have the same audience every single week? Bro, listen, it has nothing to do with AEW. It has nothing to do with wrestling. Bro, that's business. That's business, bro. If you're a successful company and you've got a customer base, you've got to keep growing that customer base. That's any business. But bro, in 9 months, they have not done one thing to go beyond their fan base. And that's why their numbers have been the same they've been from day one.
Wow. Yeah, that's a really good point. Chris is asking, who do you think is the best wrestler today?
Today? Well, bro, I'm going to base the best wrestler on believability. And I think when it comes to believability, there is still nobody better than Brock. When Brock wrestles and you see Brock, I mean, like Brock is legit. So to this day, and again, I'm not talking technical because I don't look at wrestlers from that standpoint. I look at wrestlers from the standpoint of believability.
Yeah. David is asking, what are your thoughts on guys like John Cena being loud when calling the match in the ring?
You know what, bro? I've never really paid attention to that. Like I've heard that, about Cena, but like when I watch Cena's matches, like I'm not looking for that. So like I really can't make a comment on that.
Yeah. Will Tessa Blanchard make sense in WWE?
You know what, bro? That's another thing, man. I don't watch TNA. So like I know Tessa and I know she was the champion there and whatnot, but I've really not seen her work enough to make that call. But I'm sure with her reputation, and then you got Charlotte Flair and there's a history there with, her father. And I mean, I'm sure if booked correctly, it would be successful.
What were your thoughts on a female being the heavyweight champion in TNA?
Bro, listen, I don't have a problem with that as long as the booking makes sense. As long as it's believable. That's why, bro, all these people, I'll go back to the David Arquette thing. Okay. Here's what people don't understand. Arquette won the title that was up on the line in a tag match by defeating Eric Bischoff. That's doable. I mean, he didn't beat a wrestler. It was a tag match. It was a fluke win. Bro, the second Arquette won it, if you watch that next episode, bro, he doesn't want anything to do with the belt.
Yeah.
Like he knew it was a fluke, and it was like, okay, what am I supposed? Like that was the story. So as long as the story is believable, and I don't know exactly how they booked it because I don't watch it, but if it's believable, bro, I don't have a problem with it.
Cool. All right, y'all. Great stuff. We still got 118 people live with us. A very big crowd tonight. We got about 5 minutes, so let's pound these questions. Brian is asking, should WWE shut down until the pandemic passes?
Bro, they're not doing themselves any favors, bro. Like there are so many other things they could be doing. I mean, bro, when we look at the Boneyard match, when we look at the Undertaker documentary, when we look at what Cena and Bray Wyatt did, bro, there are things outside of working in an empty arena that they could do. Bro, part of the problem is because this is all about the wrestling bubble. Bro, they're totally ignoring what's going on in the world around them. They're totally ignoring it. We're living it every day. Every day, bro, we're living it. It has become a part of our lives. They're carrying on like none of this is even going on. Bro, if they dealt with this, on a reality base and we got to speak to some of the wrestlers and people missing and Renee Young just coming, bro, if they treated this on a reality-based level, bro, they could have been in the forefront on television right now, a big conglomerate, a major company, how they're dealing with. But no, bro, the WWE way is that we're going to strictly ignore it. Bro, keep ignore. Like, how low do your ratings have to get before you start understanding, bro, what we're doing is not right? Something is dramatic. Like, I don't know how. I never in my life thought I would see WWE ratings this low. So now I'm like, oh, bro, like what's the drop dead point? At what point do you guys say, man, we got to rip this up and throw it away and start from scratch? I mean, what is it? 1 million people? I don't know what that magic number is.
Yeah.
But just the fact, bro, of ignoring what all of us are going through, that's just insulting the intelligence of the audience, bro.
Yeah. And they've got reports up to 30 cases now. And yeah, that would be really interesting to interview. That's a really good interest. That's a really good point to make some reality into it and actually interview and do documentaries of the people who are actually infected, affected with COVID.
I mean, bro, even with Black Lives Matter, even with that, like, how is that not a part of your story?
That's
but
true.
crying out loud, you got great Black athletes, working for. How is that? That is completely ignored. Nobody mentions it in a promo. Nobody says anything. I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, do these people not watch the news?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, the New Day did like a little short thing on SmackDown, but nothing else really. All right, a couple more minutes. Let's see. Jay is asking, who are on your Mount Rushmore of men's and female and tag team wrestling?
Oh my gosh, bro. Well, men's, I mean, definitely Legion of Doom. Oh geez. Now I'm gonna draw a blank. Steiner's, Legion of Doom, Steiner's without a doubt.
Those are my two as well. I got Rock and Roll as third. Maybe for me, Harlem Heat. I think you could put Hard Foundation in there too. Bulldogs, maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, no, bro. That would probably be it. Only because I was from the Northeast. It would probably be the Neidhart and Brett and the British Bulldogs. Yeah, I mean, bro, those are 4 great tag teams.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We got enough for about 3 more questions. Jesus, what was your reaction of all of DX, including China, getting into the Hall of Fame last year? Who's huge fan, bro?
Well, bro, like to me, it was too little, too late. I mean, I was very, very good friends with China, and they wouldn't even answer the phone when she called. And I'll be honest with you, bro, if they would have answered the phone, I think we may have had a different outcome. But the fact that they were totally just ignoring her, wouldn't take her calls, wouldn't have a conversation with her, that was a very, very, very difficult pill to swallow. So for somebody that was a friend of hers.
Yeah, y'all were pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I'm sorry. Too little, too late.
Got it. Yeah. All right, so I think we'll close with this one here. Rizzo's asking, what do you think of Ric Flair appearing in WWE at his age? 71 years old, no mask, and just walking around like he's 25.
Bro, bro, it bothers me because I know these people. Bro, it bothers me. Jim Ross is at the shows. I mean, that really, really bothers me, bro. And Lawler, they took off now, so that's not an issue. But personally, it bothers me because I know these people, and I don't think a wrestling show is worth the risk. I really don't.
Yeah. Vincent, it's been good, man. This just flew by. So
yeah, no, it went by pretty quick.
Absolutely. Plug your stuff, man.
Yeah, guys, I have really, I got a couple of platforms. I've got a bunch of shows on russosbrand.com. Then I got a bunch of other shows at patreon.com/RussoTWC. And bro, I got like 12 wrestlers. I mean, Stevie Ray from Harlem Heat, Stevie Richards, Disco Inferno, Shane Douglas, just incredible. I got so many guys on our team, Taylor Hendricks, Francine. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/Vince Russo Live. Just go to russosbrand.com, bro, and you can go to everything from there. There's a lot going on.
Perfect. Once again, russosbrand.com, as you see right there. This is my guy, man, Vince Russo. It's been a pleasure talking to you, man. This was really fun.
Yeah, bro, anytime. Sorry about last week, man. I was there and I was trying, so I'm glad we got to do it this week.
Yes. The second take was much better than expected, man. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Once again, Vince Russo, russosbrand.com. Much fun, everybody. Once again, I am Chris Featherstone. That was tonight's Facebook Live. I hope you all had a fun time. This was really fun. It flew by. Obviously, that's a good showing that it was a lot of fun, and we had a great time. So I am Chris Featherstone. I'm a senior analyst here at Sportskeeda. I have a show called Pancakes and Power Slams, and I have interviews every week. I will be exclusively bringing my interviews here Tuesday nights at 11 o'clock on Sportskeeda Live. So I'm glad you all had a good time. And join me next week. We'll be bringing some more people in here to having some fun. We've got some big names coming up too, some huge names, some huge names coming up. So be sure to stick with us. Follow me at Chris Prolific, as you see right here. That's where you can catch all my stuff. And until next week, everybody, have a great time. Have a great night. And it's been great. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.